Let me just. There's so
I
many
wake up.
things going on in my house right now.
What? Well, then let's get this recorded and gone.
The intros write themselves.
I'm crying.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Sister Series. I'm Mariah.
And I'm Elise.
And I don't know why I said my name like that. It's just the kind of day I'm having. Welcome. It is a new week, a new day. Elise, how are you feeling?
It's a brand new day. Can you feel a brand new day?
Oh, period.
I'm feeling great. You know, like I said, it's summer break. I have a pretty easy schedule this summer. Like I knew I had to get out the house and get a little jobby, but it's nothing too crazy. So I'm having a great, I'm off on Mondays and Fridays. I work 8 to 1, you know, like.
Oh, period.
But I do also tutor. So I'm still working kind of long days, but life is great. I have a lot going on in my brain. I have a lot of anxiety of what my life will look like in the next month because there's a lot of moving pieces going on in my life. So I don't really know what life will be in the next month. And it's not bad. It's good stuff. But I still have anxiety about change and not knowing my next steps. I don't know. Right now, I'm sitting in a place of not knowing what to do next because I need some information to know what to do next. So you guys will find that out if it, whenever it happens. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. You're at like a standstill because you're just like in the in-between. Like, something is going to happen. It's positive. But you can't really move to the next stage until you have the next piece of information.
Yeah. It's like I'm at a roadblock. And until the street sign is finished being painted, I will then be able to know which way to go.
So maybe not a roadblock, maybe like a red light or a stop sign. You're at a stop sign right now. You know which way you're going. You just got to wait until it's your turn to go.
Yeah, and they both lead to great places. They just lead to different places. And so once I get that signal, and I'm assuming that God is painting that sign. So when God is done creating, God is creating that street sign, then I'll know which way to go. So
does anybody else have that much authority to paint street signs for our lives?
No, in my life it's God, period.
That's what I would believe too.
Yep.
All right. Well,
how are you?
I am good. You know what? My day, what turned out to be like not a lot to do as far as the work day is concerned, my other life took over and it turned out to be a very busy day. I have been going. That's how I am. I am good. I am busy. I'm gonna be busy this weekend. So excited though. But what is it today? What's the day? Thursday. It's Thursday and I'm already tired on Sunday. Have you ever been that tired where you are already tired 3 days ahead?
Yeah, you know what? I think I've been tired all week because I have not known what day it was all week.
Yeah.
I have not known like the day of the week. Is it Monday, Tuesday? Couldn't tell you. I just know that I have to get up and do stuff. And that's it.
Is it like that during the summer for you? For me, it's like that in between Christmas and New Year's. I never know what day it is.
It's literally that summer break. Since I'm on a routine now, I kind of know I can kind of gauge the days. But some weeks I'm just on pilot mode and running and gunning. And I don't know what day it is. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'd have to do this today. All right, great. Let's get it going.
Period. I love that for you.
Yes.
I feel like my energy is low, but I don't know why. I think I'm just tired.
Yeah, you need a nap.
I love a nap. I don't have time to nap. I don't know where we're supposed to be at, but we're going to jump right on into our candid conversation. My candid conversation today is very brief, as I just stated. But I was thinking today and some recent days, sometimes your mood just changes and that's okay. Like, these emotions are fine. Sometimes you can be happy. Sometimes you're going to be sad. Sometimes you're going to be annoyed, but it's okay. I want us to fight the urge of the always happy culture because it's a lie. Okay. That's all I have to say. Not that I'm not happy, but like sometimes I get frustrated and I'm like, girl, you shouldn't be frustrated. But I'm like, yes, I should be. Like,
and also sometimes I'm literally just monotone.
Yeah. and that's
Sometimes I'm just
okay.
blah, and
Mhm.
I'm blah 75% of the time. I'm not always chipper. I'm not always smiling. I may look mad. I'm not mad. I'm just blah. And let me be blah. And don't take it personal. That's going to go into our main topic for today, and we'll elaborate.
Well, you see how the Lord works? Because
Period.
listen, I just be getting up here trying to talk candidly. Anyway, let's jump on over into our mindful medicine. So, guys, once a year at least, y'all need to be going to the doctor and you need to get a checkup. Lean in, come closer. Listen, this is all of y'all. Not lean back, lean up, girl. So, if you have insurance, your insurance will pay for you to get like a annual
Physical.
exam. Yeah, like essentially a physical. And you can get certain labs, you can get an assessment from the doctor and all the things. You need to get an annual physical, even if you're older than school age, because you know the school kids they need a physical for the sports, but adults need physical too. Bleh. Adults need
My
physical
sister, yeah,
too.
my
I'm
sister is about to
struggling
take
today,
a nap
okay?
after this, and I love that for her.
What
Take
did
a
you
little
say?
nappy nap. I say
Oh
you need to go
no.
take a little nappy nap.
I don't have time to nap.
I fear I have her running rampant this evening along with
It's
her
not you.
family. Uh,
It's listen, y'all, my hair back here is undone. I washed my hair. I started retwisting the front. The back is not finished.
it
My
might be a
daughter,
look.
a mess because I
No,
washed it while it was still still twisted. What do you mean?
no, I mean, I didn't even notice the back of your hair wasn't done. Honestly.
Because you can't see it, girl.
Okay, fine, but the twist in the front might give a look. I'm just saying.
Period.
With a puff in the back. That's a look I fear. Let us know in the
I
comments.
fear that's not gonna work this weekend. Anyway, moving on. No, I'm just playing.
I'm
See, I'm like
crying.
hitting the camera. It's a lot going on over here.
Hey, chaos.
Back to what I was saying. So in your annual physical, you need to get an A1C. So your A1C is a measure of your glucose control for 3 months. And I'm talking to my people that look like me. We need to be checking our A1Cs, y'all. Black people, brown people, we are at higher risk of diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And it is real out here in these diabetes streets. So we need to start with step 1. That's getting a physical and getting our A1C checked. If your A1C is in the prediabetes range, you can manage that with some lifestyle changes, change our diet, cut out the sugary beverages. That's a huge one because some of these beverages have as many carbs as a full meal. And if you eat a full meal, you get full. But if you drink a Coke, you're not really getting full. You might want another one. So then you end up drinking 2 meals worth of carbs, and there goes your blood sugar through the roof. Yes,
Oof.
check your A1C. That's what I have to say for mindful medicine. If you have not had an annual exam, the summertime is the perfect time to do that and find out what your A1C is. That's what I have to say.
I love that. We
Yeah.
love a good lesson within a
Mhm.
lesson. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't feel like elaborating. Text me on the side.
Y'all, and with that, where are we at? We're at hot off the press. We're at hot off the press. Hot off the press. And I have a real quick one. And today we're talking about none other than Love Island on Peacock. I have 3
Oh
points.
Lord, the
I'm
people
not
have been talking.
I'm not about to spoil it, but I got 3 points to make and 3 points to make only. And
All
we
right.
can move on and wrap this up.
Number
Number
1.
1, little man Ace sucks. He sucks. He's a leprechaun from around the way, and he thinks he's running the house and he can do whatever he wants to do, and everybody is his little minions.
Wait, is he really little? Like a
No,
real little person?
no, he's not a little person, but
Okay.
he's little. And he thinks he runs everything, and I can't stand him currently. But I do have to say that I think that there's a sweet part within him. He just needs to break down the walls that he has up and really get to know these girls. Right now, he's on this show to play the game and not find love, which I can't say that I wouldn't do the same, but I really want him to stop with the foolishness and
The
open his
shenanigans.
heart to try to, yeah, open his heart to try to find some love. Second
Alright.
point, Olandria, beautiful, body yaddy yaddy for days,
Okay.
but boring. She's boring. She's got
Oh,
no
no.
the person now. She's got to have some person. There's no way she lives
Okay,
life
I
this boring.
haven't watched it. What is boring?
Like There's no, I'm not talking about like sexual. I'm not saying you need to go kiss all. I actually think that's disgusting.
No, not
Don't,
that.
because
I'm
oh,
about
oh,
personality. Like, what
okay, well, I'm gonna
makes up
talk
a
about
boring
both.
personality?
She just
She
it
blah,
just the
like
conversation is blah. Like
like you are
blah. And
75% of the time.
listen, but I don't want to talk to you. That's why, because I'm probably blah because I don't want to talk to you. But if I want to talk to you, you're
But
gonna
if you
see
were
my
on Love Island,
personality.
you would have it together.
Yeah, but I would never do it. Gross, disgusting. But Olandria, she's like I said, beautiful. I think she's the most beautiful girl there. Chocolate skin, beautiful, but she just, and I don't know if it's her personality or the person she's currently matched with that doesn't bring the personality out of her, because that's my next point. And I'm gonna get there in just a second, but I'm just gonna say I am not an Olandria hater. I just think that Olandria could open up a little bit more. She does have a little bit of trauma that she hinted on in this past episode, which could be affecting why she is not showing much of her personality. But I posted a TikTok and the girls were mad. But too
Oh,
bad. I'm gonna say
not
it here
they
too.
mad.
Yeah, I'm not upset about what happened in the last episode because I think that she was boring and I don't think that she was going to make the move that she needs to make to succeed in this show. And we all know the people that are caught up know what that move is, because that is not working right now.
Okay.
And leads to my third point. Taylor don't like you, Olandria. He don't like you at all. He does not like you. The amount of giddiness and excitement that I got from him from the other bombshell in the 2 minutes that he talked to her has not been shown at all in the last 2 weeks with you, Alandria.
Maybe she
He don't
can't bring
like
it
you.
out.
Maybe because she's boring.
I
Maybe
mean,
they just don't mesh. Taylor, with his goofy, lanky self, he was so excited. You could just see the excitement in him when he talked to the other people. But for some reason, they got this odd little connection, and I don't know. I don't like it. I want it to be done. Those are my
what
3
episode
points.
is Love Island on right now?
Oh, 20.
How many episodes are there?
I think they're in there for 5 to 6 weeks. But
Are
Love
these
Island
daily?
isn't. Let me tell you one thing. Love Island, each episode is about an hour and a half, and they come on every day of the week except for Wednesdays.
Oh, even
So
Sunday?
catching even Sunday. So catching up is hard because they come on at 9 at night. So y'all know I go to bed at 9. So I've been struggling. My sleep schedule is off, but I'm gonna push through.
Heck? How I'm toast.
Oh, I forgot. I messed up my third point. My third point wasn't Taylor. My third point was if Jeremiah wasn't driving that G-Wagon that picked up you know who and you know who, I'ma start a riot. If Jeremiah wasn't driving, yes, that's my fourth point. My bonus. My bonus is if Jeremiah isn't driving that G-Wagon, which on the side I know he's not, but still, production, you fumbled the bag. You fumbled it because Jeremiah didn't deserve what he was given.
This is very interesting for someone who has not watched Love Island. I'm hooked though. I'm like, dang, I need to go watch Love Island.
You can watch it through the TikToks. Honestly, truly, just watch it through TikTok. There's a lot of boring parts. Yeah, there's a lot of boring parts in there. There's this After Sun show that they do that comes on Saturdays, I think. So I skip Saturdays. Gosh. It's a lot, and I thank goodness they don't do Wednesdays because I be tired. I come home Bible study. I gotta go to bed, but I do every other day. I be there every other day because and here's what happened. I had the worst migraine that I have ever experienced in my life. This past weekend. I mean, I was going home to meet my maker. You couldn't tell me. And during that spout, it was 3 days of migraine, minimal, then excruciating, then minimal. During all of that, I watched Love Island. Well, not really watched. I listened to Love Island with a cold press or
I'm
warm
on my
press.
way out, I'm about to watch Love Island.
I was like, I gotta catch up because I'm gonna watch from the upper room.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed it's prohibited.
I said, I don't know if they got Peacock up there. So I got to catch up.
Immediately you're done.
Yes. But I didn't watch. I listened because I laid staring at the ceiling with a warm compress on my face. But yeah, that's how I caught up this weekend.
Did it hit the same without the visuals though?
No, because when I started watching it, I was like, well, not really. No, it did not. No, but I couldn't. My brain, it was like any light, any movement. Oh, I don't wish that on my. Well, maybe I do.
You're not publishing this.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't wish
She's
that. I don't
lying.
have any enemies. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. That was excruciating. I'm not even joking. And it was due. Oh, I'm just going off. It was due to all this weather in Houston.
Man, it's been like sunshine and raining at the same time.
A torrential downpour while I was in the nail shop. Where the skies were clear. It was a beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Period.
And then in 5 minutes, a torrential downpour. And I can like tell you when it's about to rain.
Was it 3? It was at least 3 notifications today about a flash flood watch.
And there were. My dad, it took my dad like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get home from work today. And my mom, I called her and she was like, I gotta call you back at least. It's flooding. It's flooding down. I was like, whoa, what is going on? So it was chaotic, but here we are.
Did they make it home?
My dad made it home eventually, and my mom was home, and she was like, "Who? That poor baby. He been in the traffic.
He went to bed immediately."
She was like, "He been in that traffic for 2 hours, and it ain't even floods. It's just people don't know how to drive in the rain."
Oh my gosh, one drop and it's over. I'm like, can y'all go? Like, you don't even have to speed. You can just go. Like, you could just
literally drive the speed limit. You'll be fine. So that's my hot off the press. I had a lot to say in that. I just kind of went a bit buck wild because Love Island is ticking me off. But now I'm over it. I don't care.
But you're going to watch it again tonight.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to stick beside them. But they getting on my nerves. They're getting on my nerves. Not joking.
I don't even know.
Okay.
Listen, hot off the press with Elise. Okay, y'all. She gonna be here every week bringing y'all the news from wherever she gets it from. This is an Elise episode this week, so she is gonna lead us. And she's gonna tell me and you what we're gonna talk about today.
Period. So I just got a spurt of energy, but it'll probably go away.
First of all, need to give me some of what you got, because where is this coming from, ma'am?
I will crash in 30 seconds. Don't you worry. And you just pick it up from there, sister.
I'm probably gonna burst of energy as soon as I hang up.
I'm dead on arrival.
You have the pre-delusion. No, you have the delusion before the crash energy. You know how when you had a sleepover and you sleepy and you just be
literally
like, that's where you are, at least. I fear you're tired as well.
You are absolutely right. Actually, I just woke up from a nap, so I might have, but I'm still tired. Yeah, I told you. That's why whenever my text starts slowing down, just know that I'm either working or asleep. I'm asleep.
I didn't even notice.
In the summer, I am asleep for sure. So our main topic this week is something that I think is very important, especially as you transition into, I think when you transition into the late 20s and the early 30s, this is something that is very prevalent in our generation. Like, we have to stop and eventually do this. And that is self-reflection, self-analysis, and addressing self-awareness. And so today our topic is going to be talking about ourselves and what we think we can fix within ourselves, stuff that we have learned about ourselves that could be not problematic, but could be a flaw. And we could work on fixing that, because everybody has something that they need to work on. Nobody's perfect. And so I want to start our segment with asking you, Mariah.
Oh, I love my name. I never thought I'd say that to a woman. Anyway.
I'm crying. We're supposed to be serious. When did you realize I'm going to say in your adult years, because I think it happens as a youth as well, but in your adult years.
I was 3 months old.
I knew you was going to say it, so I'm changing it to adult years. In your adult years, when did you realize, or identify something within yourself that may be the problem? And well, let's start with that. When did you realize that you may be the problem in a certain situation or certain thing?
Let me grab my scroll real quick. No, I'm just playing. I need to roll it out and choose which one
What
I
if
should
you would have
start
said
with.
it? Lo, let me.
1 second, I've been taking notes. So, I would say in the past couple of years, I have kinda spun the block on some stuff that I already was kinda evaluating as far as, like, self-awareness goes. So, I am someone that is super empathetic, like, I feel what you feel, also feel what he feels, what she feels, but I'm also sensitive. I said empathetic first because I feel like the 2 go hand in hand. Like, I think I'm empathetic because I'm so sensitive. I think it has to do with a little bit of environment, like the way that people around you frame certain things while you're growing up or how they teach you certain things. I think that I took a lot of stuff personal or I was very sensitive about certain situations. So that's something I have to work through. Now I can be like, oh my gosh, that hurt my feelings. But then I'm also like, they probably didn't mean it. Yes, you're in your feelings. You're entitled to feel your feelings, but you don't have to be mad at them for it. So I think maybe in the past couple of years, to answer the question, is when I kind of start evaluating maybe I'm the problem. Like maybe people aren't mean. Maybe I am sensitive, but I need to learn how to be okay with being sensitive, but also be okay with
Yes.
not being the victim out of that sensitivity, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes. Kind of
Yeah.
explaining if it gets there, you're able to
Yeah.
feel your feels. You're able to feel
Yeah.
how you want to feel, but vocalizing it so that we can get to a common understanding. I think
Yeah,
it
or
kind of
maybe not
falls
even
with,
vocalizing it though. Maybe
oh
it's
yeah.
just, "This is how I feel, but it's okay." It's okay to feel like that, but you don't have to change the whole day just because you felt a way because somebody said something. Sometimes it's just a matter of
Oh,
accepting that they might feel different from you, or they really might just have a different frame of mind, or the way that they say stuff is different from you. I don't know. Does this even make sense?
no, and I think for me, and I'm going to say about the same time
Oh,
when
it
I
doesn't make
turned.
sense?
No, it does make sense. I agree.
Oh,
And
you said
did I
no.
say no? Awkward.
Yeah.
This is also a part of my self-reflection that I'm about to speak on. I think for me, when I in about my 30s, so about my last 3 or 4 years,
Oh,
I
girl,
started
you
to
young.
say, there, I'm crying
Alicia's
at that.
significantly younger than me, guys. Just throwing that
Mariah
out
is
there.
actually
Mhm.
mentally insane at the moment, and just ignore this. She's in psychosis.
Oh, I might be. That's probably what's wrong with me right now.
Yeah, please
Dang.
don't even. Anywho, in the
Y'all don't
last
take her
3 years,
serious.
please don't, cause don't. I ain't got time for no groupie socks.
I mean, the groupie I've been waiting.
Please, before they flag us and find our
Oh, you're right.
addresses.
My bad. Just kidding. I
Okay.
meant like the kind you get at the jump park. Duh.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm. Continue. Sorry.
In the last 3 years, I have started to look within myself a lot, where I'm like, there are some things that I could change about myself. There's some surface level things, and there's some deep level things. I'm going to jump off into what you were saying. I don't think that I'm as much of an empath as some other people. Um, because I do feel what people feel, but most times, and this sounds, I'm actually on the other side of the spectrum from Mariah. I'm probably insensitive most of the time. Most times, unless it's like something obviously uh wrong with the person, and something that, like, I don't know, like something that obviously they deserve to feel the way they feel. But little minor things, most times I'm like, oh, get over it. I mean,
Yeah.
not to my friends, but yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever
I
thought for
feel like
you.
none of us are like minor things don't bother us. So it wouldn't ever
Yeah,
be a point where you
yeah,
would be like, get over it. Cause most of the time it's
yes.
like, if I'm telling you something, it's for real.
It's warranted. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Little things that people that are too sensitive, I'm always like, oh brother, cry me a river. If you think it every day something's wrong, every day
Yeah.
someone attacked you, oh
But see, I
God.
want to separate that though, because I definitely
Hmm.
don't feel like victim as in like, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, you like, not like that. I think it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just want to make sure it's clear. Like, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, never that. But you also have emotional maturity.
I think
Your
that's what it
emotional
is.
maturity.
Yeah.
The people
Top
that are
tier, y'all.
emotionally
I've been working on it.
immature, yeah, people that are emotionally immature and also insecure typically are the
Mhm.
type of people that take everything personally and are
Yeah.
overly sensitive.
Yeah.
And so with that, for me, I am the opposite, and I'm like, I'm gonna ignore this because
Yeah.
please. And sometimes I think that's something I could work on within myself, and I can be a little bit more empathetic to people's feelings,
Mhm.
although I don't agree with it. I can be like, you are feeling this way. I hear you and I support you, even though in my brain I'm like, cry me a river, get over it, let's move on. That's
So
something.
I think my voice from my self-talk has turned into that. Like I tell myself, "Girl, I hear you. I know how you feel right now. However, it is fine. We're gonna move past this. All good."
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to give an example because I want to make it clear. It's like,
That you're not
uh,
overly sensitive, but you feel.
yeah,
I think you feel things. You feel. I will be
yeah,
like, whatever, move on. But I don't really feel much. I'm like, I don't really.
yeah.
Oh, this sounds crazy. This
I
sounds
know, I
insane,
feel like
Mariah.
both of us are painting ourselves out to be, like, way on the other end of the spectrum, and that's not
Yes.
it at all, but, like, how else
Mm-hmm.
do you, like, rein this in?
I don't know. I think
Okay, I
I
have
don't
one.
allow myself to feel. I don't allow myself to feel what I should feel.
Is that a defense mechanism?
Probably. Most times I'm like, if it's
Mm,
something that I should be offended by, most times
mhm.
I'm like, whatever, and I won't ever speak to the person again. But
Yeah,
really, in reality, I should feel my feel, and if I was offended, I can confront the offense, have an adult conversation, and move on. But I
yeah.
internalize, so I guess I do feel. Honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about.
So
Here we are
see,
again.
yeah, you do feel, but you're telling yourself it's whatever. For me, from as far back as I can remember, I've been like a confronter, like, hey, notice that the energy's off, something's wrong. Let's talk about this because I want to move on. And I think it comes from a selfish place because I'm an overthinker. So I'm like, I need to address what just happened between us so that I don't ruminate on it. I'm not laying up looking at the ceiling all night because of the interaction that we had. So typically I will address it and then we can move on. I think back in the day though, my moving on was like, okay, I've addressed it. Now I'm never talking to you again because you pissed me off. Even though I addressed it. But now it's more so like I addressed it and I'm moving on. I don't care to put
Yeah.
that much energy into it. But also I have been in situations where I have moved on for real and the person was not moved on, but I didn't know that. So
Hmm.
like it's tricky. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think looking at the self reflection, I have also worked on my confrontation avoidance. I'm an avoider. If there is a issue, if there's a problem, I probably am just gonna move on and act like nothing not act like nothing happened, but distance myself. I'm gonna distance myself. If you want to act like everything's fine and play this game of hee hee ha ha, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you want to be passive aggressive, go ahead and do that, but I'm going to distance myself and probably eventually not talk to you again. When
Yeah.
really I should confront it. We should discuss it like adults and let that be that. And that's something that I have worked on in my self analysis is like, you are okay to confront an issue and to discuss it. But knowing myself, and that's another thing, knowing myself,
Know thyself.
it's better for me to just avoid it because if I
Yeah.
confront it, I'm still a work in progress and I start
Yeah.
here and I go here because to lead me into something else that I wanted to talk about, I am impulsive. I'm impulsive.
Okay.
I'm not analytic. I'm not. I won't listen to. I won't. In the moment, I'm not thinking of logistics. I'm thinking.
Mhm.
I feel this. I'm mad. You're not hearing me. Boom, 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 boom. We're going here, and I'm taking it all the way there. Actually, let
Yeah.
me say I'm taking it all the way here. I'm sorry.
All the way
So I
there.
just avoid. Yes,
What do
I
people say?
avoid
You
it.
take it where?
Yeah, I'm taking it straight to hell. I'm sorry. I'm a confrontation. I avoid it because I know where it could lead. And that is something
Yeah.
that I have to work on within myself. I have to work on remaining calm, being able to explain myself without getting flustered, without getting so angry that I cry, without getting so angry that my whole day is ruined. Those are things that I have to work on. So that's my deep thing.
I
Did
do
you want
cry
to
when
add
I'm
anything, sister?
frustrated.
Yeah,
Huh?
I cry immediately because I get so
Yeah.
mad that you are seeing me as somebody cruel, or but you're not hearing my side. And so I
Yeah.
just avoid it because I know you're not going to hear me,
Yeah, I
but maybe
mean,
they
that
might
makes
hear
sense
me.
though. Listen, if
Oh
I'm
Lord,
addressing something, I am playing chess. I have already evaluated everything. Like, there is no, like, getting over on me because even if I don't say it, I already know. I already know where
yeah,
this is.
yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there.
I want to be more. I would love to be more like that and be able to keep a level head and be able to explain myself clearly. But once I get flustered, there's no turning back because I'm
Yeah,
annoyed. I'm upset. I will really don't even want to be in the same room with that person, and I'm done talking about it and I'm moving on.
yeah,
And I will act like I ever never knew you.
yeah,
And that's not healthy. So it is what it is. Another reflection, another self reflection, and this is something that is big that I've been working on is I am extremely ADHD. And that goes into my impulse. I am extremely impulsive. I am extremely, my brain is going 30 miles, I mean 30, 60, 70 miles a minute in my brain. And so when I'm in conversation with people, I have to actively work on not cutting the person off because I'm so ready to like relate. I'm so ready to say
yeah,
what I want to say to relate to what they're saying so that I can let them know that I'm into your conversation because then I
yeah.
will zone out and
So
never.
it goes with not being neurotypical
Oh,
because
yeah.
I also do that, but I don't think I'm ADHD. I'm not. I'm laughing
Hmm.
because I'm like, am I ADHD? I don't think I'm
You
ADHD,
may not have the
but
H.
the ADD. I don't have the H. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Um,
I say I don't have the H, but they all fall under ADHD.
so you're ADD then.
Yeah, I don't have the H.
Mine is my brain processes things so quickly that while you're talking, I'm already processing like the next thing. And I'm like trying to keep the conversation going. Not like, oh, because I don't want the conversation to end, but just my brain moves so quickly. Um,
Hmm.
that I'm thinking through the next thing and I get so excited and now I'm talking about, cutting you off or like all the things. So that is something as an
Hmm.
adult I've had to actively work at. Especially I notice if it's somebody that I really like and I'm in conversation with them, I tend to cut them off more because I'm like, I'm trying to engage and we're going back and forth and I'm just so excited. But yeah, I think I read that it's
Hmm.
like people that are ADHD, people that are gifted and talented, like people that are not necessarily neurotypical, like your brains
Hmm.
work faster. Not like,
Yeah.
oh, you're smarter necessarily, but just like
Hmm.
the way that you function.
Yeah. And I think even going through like college, I either was completely zoned out or completely impulsively involved into whatever was discussed. And
Well,
as I got older into my late 20s and my early 30s, I was like, oh man, I am not neurotypical at all. I have some divergence in there. Because my brain works differently. And so, public announcement. If you have a conversation with Elise in person and she cuts you off, I am not doing, not me talking in third person. I am not doing it on purpose. It is because I am excited to be conversing and I want to add to the conversation and I just forgot to wait for you to finish.
yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry.
same. Do
Like, and
you
I've actively been trying to work on that. Like, even in this podcast, you'll hear me say, sorry, I cut you off because
Yeah.
I don't want to come off rude. And I know that people assume and people make their own assumptions and they'll be like, oh, Elisa's rude. She's not listening to what I'm saying. She's cutting me off. No, I'm ADHD.
The thing is, I do it too. Like I hear it when we're
Mm,
editing and all the things. I'm like, girl, why didn't you let Elise finish her thought? Because I was so excited to not rebuttal, but just like join in her
yeah.
conversation. So I definitely do that too. But I think that's the beauty of a podcast. Like we are
Mm-hmm.
similar, so I never feel like, oh, Elise, you're talking over me. Like let me have a
Mm-mm.
turn. I understand that you have ADHD. Like, did you
Yes.
have ADHD as a child? Like, were you diagnosed?
No.
So you
No,
thought
no,
you were
no.
neurotypical this whole time?
Yeah, and you know what I did? Since I work with special needs students, I
Mhm.
basically gave myself the test.
Ah,
I
but you
would
really
bet
do
you,
think like,
yeah, I would bet you a lot of money. There's no way that I'm not. No
yeah,
way that I'm not. Because it's just
yeah,
college was hard for me. I've always been able to just do it because I was
yeah,
GT. I was able to just do it, but I didn't want to. Like, because I didn't, first of all, I can't sit and listen to a lecture. I can't sit and just listen. I don't have that
Yeah.
capability.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. Um, so yeah, that's something. And then another thing is that I have been actively working on not saying I as much in conversation because yes, in conversation, I relate myself to what you're discussing, and that is showing that I feel like it shows that I'm relatable. That like that's what my brain is thinking. Like if you tell me a story, I'll immediately be like, "Oh my gosh, me I back then I." And some people take that as you're making the conversation about yourself, when
But
in
that's the
reality
thing.
I'm not. Mhm.
It
Go ahead.
depends on who you talk to because I like for somebody to relate. If I tell you, listen, this happened to me and you say me too, I'm like, whew, okay, it's just not it's not just
Yeah.
me. So I don't mind that actually, but
Oh.
I also actively try not to make the conversation relate to me because I do see how that can come off away to certain people. And I
Mhm.
feel like I've heard that before. Like people are really bothered by that. So I actively try
Yes.
not to do that as well.
Mhm.
If it's one of my really good friends, I think maybe I
Yeah.
don't worry about it as much because I'm like, I know
Yeah.
they're not trying to make this about them, and I
Yep.
hope they know that I'm not offended by that. Like, please tell
Yep.
me you almost
Yeah.
broke down as well today so I can feel better about
Listen,
myself.
we do that literally all day, every day, and I've never once thought, "Oh, Mariah thinks I'm talking about myself all the time."
Oh,
I've never once
hey.
thought that, but and I think my antennas tend to do
Oh, your
this with
antennas.
people who I know take things personally.
Yes,
If I
who
am
are
dealing with a
overly
person,
sensitive.
yes, if I'm dealing with a person that I know is overly sensitive, takes everything personal, and makes their own assumptions, I will actively try to just engage with their piece of the conversation.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay,
that's linked to
so
narcissism, but we could talk about that later.
oh, I don't know if I should. Um, I Now that we say this, my brain is still like do, 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 do. So
Yes.
I think I know what I was trying to say. I was going to say you said overly sensitive. I think one of my things is not taking myself so serious. That's what it is. Okay. I don't know if y'all knew this. A lot of people that really know me know that I had a bully in elementary school, like a real life bully, like stuff you see on TV. I was
Mm.
small with the big teeth, big glasses. I was like abnormally small. Anyway, but I think that although it sharpened my comeback skills because I am a comeback
You
queen.
quick. You are quick.
I am
Yes,
very
you
sharp,
are.
but I think that came from being bullied. But what it also did is it made me not be able to take a joke. I took everything to heart, I would say, because when you're younger and somebody's bullying you think something's wrong and you're like, I'm the problem. So as I got older, when people would make a joke, I'm like, that's not funny. But then I feel like I
Mhm.
grew out of that as an adult because I'm
Mhm.
like, girl, stop taking yourself so serious. Like, it's life is
Mhm.
short.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think your experiences shape you. And so I think a lot of the self awareness comes from trying to unlearn those things that you feel like have been protecting you this whole time, but are really problematic. Because I feel like not being able to
Mhm.
take a joke is problematic when I'm one of the goofiest people that I know. Like, laughing is my love language. So,
Yes,
like, for
yes.
me not to
Yeah.
be able to take a joke is very problematic. But I'm a
Mhm.
lot better now. I can take a joke and I joke a lot. And sometimes even that
Yeah.
I have to be careful because I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm like rude when I'm actually just joking. So,
Yeah.
and then the overthinker in me is like, oh shoot, I made a joke 5 minutes ago. Did they think I was serious? I probably should clarify. It's a lot going on here.
Mm. Listen,
Uh,
same. And another thing, and I think it's something that I'm currently working on, like within the last year or two. This is my major reflection or analysis that I'm working on. I am working on being authentically myself, no matter what.
yes.
I am,
Yes.
yeah, I am no longer going to try to spare your, not like I'm going around being mean, but I'm no longer going to try to spare your assumptions because of who I am. Because if
Yeah.
I do something, you're going to assume or take it personal. And in reality, I wasn't even
Regardless.
worried about you.
Yeah.
literally didn't even think about you.
Yes,
so
I
so
listen, people are not thinking about you. Not
no.
you, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
people think, and I had to tell my 6th grader this, she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, people are gonna say XYZ." Nobody cares. Like, they are not worried about the color shoelaces you have on. They're probably not even gonna notice. So, I feel like some of that
Yeah.
is, like, self-absorption because
Oh
what
yeah.
made you think I was thinking that much about you to that I was just, like, trying to
Exactly.
purposely bring harm or offense to you? Like, that is so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and I always say I am someone that tries to present things so that the person that is receiving it doesn't feel offended, doesn't take it personal, doesn't think that I'm attacked. I'm no longer doing that. I'm
Yeah,
presenting it how I presented it. You take it how you want to take it. If you take it the wrong way, that's on you because you're
yeah,
making an assumption and you don't know
yeah,
what my mindset was in this and in
yeah,
anything. So I'm currently working on being my authentic self, and I notice that some relationships are shifting because of that. Too doggone bad. I'm going to
yeah,
be my authentic self. I'm no longer
mhm,
sparing feelings. I'm no longer caring about like if you taking something personal when I really didn't care about it at all. And I'm
yeah,
no longer doing all that. I don't want to walk on eggshells. I want to be my
yeah,
authentic self. And if you fully accept me as my authentic self, as my current circle does, because y'all know how crazy I am, my current
y'all,
circle fully accepts me for who I am and doesn't take anything I say personal. Or
yeah,
if they did
sounds
take it
good, girl.
personal, we would talk about it. But so I'm no longer associating. I don't need to walk on eggshells with you. If you feel like I did something to hurt you, let me know. But I'm probably gonna say you're
Or
wrong and
also
walk off.
don't. Like,
I know.
maybe
I was
don't let
like,
me know, cause like,
yeah, go home and
okay.
talk to it. Yeah, go home and talk to yourself about it because it's like I'm not. I can't. I can't. I am going to be my authentic self. I'm no longer making myself smaller for people to feel comfortable. I'm not doing it. And I'm 33
Yeah,
years old. I don't have the
yeah.
time. I don't have the patience, and I'm this close to cussing you out if I
Oh,
wasn't
dang.
saved.
Listen,
So just
a good cussing out, my gosh.
I'm this close. I'm this close because stop assuming. Stop taking
Yeah.
like stop. So
I
yeah, that's
I
my
do
vent.
like the not making yourself small. So, I didn't realize I had a big personality, but I've heard that lately, at least.
Ye- I don't know
And
how
then
you
going
did
back,
it.
I was like, "Oh, dang. I was kinda acting like a certain way back when I was younger," but nobody ever said those words, like, "You have a big personality." So
Yeah,
I heard it
but
as an
what is
adult, and
big
I was like,
personality?
"Huh? I
Explain
don't know
what
what
big
a big
personality means to
personality
you.
is."
You
So
have a you're not
okay, let me
Olandria.
tell you what I thought a big personality was, and then you tell me what it is. Cause when I heard it, I was like, "Me?" So I thought a big personality was like, "Look at me, I'm in the room, don't care about anybody else, like, I want all the attention." Like, that's what I
No.
thought a big personality was. And so I was
No.
like, "Oh, okay." But what is a big
No.
personality? The way my
A
arm
big
shook is wild.
don't you I if you don't want me to put these
It was
elephant
so
wings in the
distracting. I
air.
was like, "Oh, girl."
I'm crying. No, a big personality is I also have a big personality. It's somebody who can come in, you can talk with anybody, you can get along with anybody. People gravitate towards you. You are a leader. You are
Yeah, period.
a task starter. Typically, in a group setting, you will take the lead if allowed, or you will take the lead if just naturally. That is a big personality.
Release
You're
permission.
not shy. Yeah, but you could be shy sometimes. Let me talk about myself. I could be shy sometimes, but once I get to know a group, I am then my big person. I'm a big personality. I come in. I'm gonna discuss. I'm gonna like not in a new setting. I might sit and I'm gonna evaluate my surroundings. Then I'm gonna find my people, and my big personality is gonna show. So a big personality is somebody who it's not an automatic extrovert. It's just once your personality comes out, it is
Mhm.
likable. It is. We're gonna say what we need to say. We're not gonna again make ourselves smaller. No, we're
Yeah,
typically leaders. We're typically that's what I mean by big personality.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
I think learning that, like, hey, it's okay to have a big personality. Because I associated a big personality as something negative. I
Negative.
remember when I
Yeah.
was younger, one of my family members was like, "You like attention." And then I was just kind of like, "Oh, dang, like I don't need to do that." But then as I got older, I was like, "Yeah, I like attention. I'm a kid. Like, you need to attend to me. Like, you should be attending to me. I'm a
Yeah.
child. Like, what kid doesn't like attention and interaction and all the things?" So again,
Right.
I feel like a lot of this is shaped based off of your surroundings, your upbringing, things that you grew to know and believe, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I had to learn that it's okay to just, like you said, it's okay to be me. Like, I am
Yeah.
multifaceted, y'all. I am multidimensional. It's a lot going on here, all over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love me for that. Like, some days I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, girl, you are doing the most. And I was like, that's okay.
Literally, most
That's okay.
recently in my day to day, I'm like, girl, you are crazy, but okay, 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 I am now. Now what? Sue me.
Yeah, but
I mean,
earlier
I'm
you mentioned
loud.
being
I'm
gifted.
boisterous.
So being gifted is also considered not being neurotypical. I was a
Right.
GT kiddo too. So like our brains work differently. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking
GT
about
is
something
special
completely
education.
different. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
I'm wired
Yeah.
differently. We're both wired differently, and that's okay.
Yeah. And
Um,
I think the goal is to find your tribe. And so in my self reflection, I am I'm working on things. Like, we have talked about things that we need to work on. Like, my impulsiveness is really something I've got to work on. But within that, I'm not too hard on myself, and I just find my tribe that is
yeah.
going to accept the me that I am. And so once
Mhm.
I think, and right now I'm in the thick of altering, not altering, but refining my tribe. And it's a great feeling. It's a great, realization to self-reflect, complete. And your self-analysis is never done. It's always,
Oh,
like you said, circling the block constantly. Like, oh man, this is a trait about myself that I could have gotten from trauma, that I have just learned to live with, but I could work on fixing. And I do want to mention to the older crowds, saying this is just the way I am is not okay.
I'm
It's
about
not
to
just the way
log
you
off
are.
right now because don't get me started. My gosh.
I won't, but I am gonna finish here, and I'm gonna say it's not just the way you are. You need to self-reflect. You need to analyze who you are as a person, and to your core, determine if these traits are positive or negative. And if they're negative, you're not too old to work on it. I am
You need to
something
take
I can say.
accountability.
Yes, something I can say about quite a few older people, including, my parents. They have, oh, they have started to
Tread lightly.
kind of, I was about to say, they have started to look in and say, okay, I may have done something like this prior, but that could shift. And I think it happens when you have outspoken children who are comfortable, even though it may cause, something. When your children are outspoken and let you know, hey, this is not okay. And then it takes years for people to come back and reflect and say, oh man, I probably should work on that. Even a little step is all I ask, an inch, a centimeter, a millimeter toward
Yeah.
bettering that thing. That's all we ask. That's all the millennials are asking of the boomers. But
But it
that's just
takes
a small
self-awareness
TB.
like we're
Yeah.
doing right now. When have you ever met a boomer that's going to sit down and be, well, there are some, I'll take that back. A lot of
There's
them
some.
will not be like, okay,
That's
this
right.
is what's wrong with me. This is what I need to work on. This is where I went wrong. No, they're going to be like, this is how I am. I figured it out. You figured it out. Get over it. Let's move on. Ask me
That's
how I
right.
know.
And
Don't
that's
ask me.
not, listen, I think all millennials have an experience with an older person that is stuck in their ways. There's no such thing as stuck in your ways. And that's where I'm going to
Mm,
end. You're not
yeah.
stuck in your ways. You're choosing to be stuck in your ways. And maybe
Yeah.
you should go have a conversation with the Lord about that.
Oh,
And
dang.
on that note, period, the main topic is done. Self
Oh,
reflect, self analyze, and then go in and make the changes that you need to make to become a better person, like we're
I love that
doing.
Yes, she just
And I
put the
don't want to,
period
and I
on
don't want to
the
make this, yes, I don't want to make this seem like like I am, what am I, like holier than thou? Like, what's the word for that?
No, we said what we're reviewing is ourselves. Like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
us?
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Just,
don't
I
think
think
it
everybody
comes off
should do
like that.
this. Everybody should do this all the time. And that's
That
that.
that really is true now that I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
A good
Mm-hmm.
block spent
Everybody.
on self-awareness.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even want to say awareness, because when I put self-awareness in ChatGPT, it went directly to, are you aware of who you are? Well, yeah, I'm aware of who I
Ah,
am.
okay.
I
Yeah.
want you to analyze your, what's a good word for it? Analyze your traits. And if those, you notice some traits
Character
about yourself that,
analysis.
yes, yes, that's why we're on this pod. A character analysis. That's the name of this episode.
Like that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
period.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like
Well,
it.
what is the moral to the story?
The moral
What
to the
is your moral to
story,
the story?
my moral to my story is that I'm going to continue to complete my character analysis, and I'm going to continue to work on the things that I think are negative traits about myself. And
Mhm.
I urge everyone else to actively do a character analysis, especially if you find yourself in several negative situations, especially if you don't have lasting relationships, especially if you constantly are in some type of turmoil with people. There
Oof.
probably is some character analysis that needs to happen. And I urge people to do that. And that's
I
that.
love it.
And that does link to self awareness. You got to be
Yeah.
aware of yourself. You can't just be in la
Yeah.
la land 24/7, like, oh, life is great. No, like
Mhm.
me in my conversation, I noticed that I was cutting people off. And so I said, Elise, why are you cutting people off? Shut up.
Yeah.
I did a character
Yeah.
analysis, and I'm working on that negative trait about myself. And y'all should do the same.
Yeah.
That's my
I
moral.
want to
What's your
add
moral,
that
sister?
my moral is self-awareness can really lead to the character analysis. Like when you know yourself, I think that's where you have to start. You have to know yourself first and be honest with yourself. It's not always hard, or it's not always easy to be like, dang, I do XYZ. This probably comes off in a negative way. But I think once you're self-aware and you work on that character analysis, I really do think that can lead you to more self-love. I would say self-love is something that I didn't find until maybe a few years ago, well
Same.
after my 30s. And I feel like it's a shame. I feel like you should love yourself. I'm not saying I was like, I hate myself, not like that,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
I wasn't aware of it until I became self-aware. And then I did a character analysis that, dang, girl, you need to give yourself some more grace. I listened to this podcast and it was like, you should treat yourself like you would treat your best friend. So I was like, I would never be this hard on my best friend. I would never have these high expectations for my best friend. That doesn't mean I can't be ambitious or goal oriented or go after things, but I have to be nice to myself. So I think
Yeah.
once you are self aware, that really does open up doors for you to just kind of have like an evolution of who you are and understanding and loving who you are. So I think it's really worth taking a deep dive into it. It can be scary,
Mm.
but we're always changing, we're always evolving. There's some days I'm like, okay, you just really have to sit with yourself. Who are you
Yeah.
today? What are we feeling
And
today?
change is scary. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the
And
people.
whether
A
you
change
wanted to
gonna
or not.
come.
Period. Whether you wanted to or not. Well, that was a great conversation on character analysis. I wish I would have I should have asked you for a better term, because whenever I was putting self-reflect, self-awareness, self-analysis in chat gpt to
Yeah.
guide our talk today, which I had
Mhm.
great notes, but they're on my phone, which I record on my phone, so I couldn't even reflect to my scholarly quotes and my wonderful articles, but whatever.
Good.
um
It's all good.
but it kept saying, like, be aware of who you are, be aware.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I wanted us to dive deep into what traits we needed to work on. So character analysis is
Yeah.
exactly the words that we needed in this.
Yeah. And sometimes you gotta start and then it's gonna get to it. We always kinda start and
Literally.
we eventually get to where we're going. So, you know what?
Literally that.
We
We
got
made
that.
it. We made it to our destination, and that's all that matters. That's all that
Oh,
matters.
alright,
And that's
so
it for our main topic today.
we are gonna move on over to our wellness wave. I feel like we should have some cute music here, but I feel like I'm probably not gonna do it.
I
I'm
was
just gonna
thinking
tell
like
y'all.
some something, a transition for each of our segments,
Yeah.
but typically I'll
Y'all
be
gonna get what
feeling
y'all
like
get, okay?
okay.
Okay, this is for my ladies out there, or whoever it can apply to. So, y'all see my nails? Aren't they cute? Can you
I
see
was
it?
gonna say that earlier. I was like, your nails are so cute.
So, I have long skeleton fingers, and my nail
Oh,
beds are also
brother.
long. At least listen to me, okay?
Okay, that's my character flaw.
No. I love this part of me and Lisa's relationship. When I start going in about myself, she'd be like, here we go. And I'd be like, at least you have to hold space for me.
I know I don't want to minimize your insecurities, but I mean, I don't know if it's an
No,
insecurity, but I don't want to
no,
minimize your feelings, but like,
I don't think you're minimizing. I think we're joking. It's our thing.
yeah,
But
for
no,
sure.
yes, I
For
get
sure.
all extra about it. And Elise does too. So I like this.
And I laugh every
Anyway,
time.
so I have long nail beds and skeleton fingers. So I don't to get, you don't get to roll your eyes again. I don't like to get my nails so I don't like to get, what is it, like, what do you call it when
Added
you
tips.
yeah, I don't like to get tips added because then my fingers look
Mhm.
even longer, or even
Mhm.
when I get, like, a short nail design, it still looks really long, and I just don't like the way it looks. So, I tried out shellac, ruin my nails, trash my nails. I would take the shellac off and my nails would be like paper and it would take
Yeah.
months for that to grow out. So then I also tried Gel X. I liked Gel X, but same thing. It's kind of like a tip that you're adding. And so it
Yeah.
makes my nails look kind of on me, I feel like it looks clunky, but I think it's just because my fingers are skinny and I don't like the way that looks.
Mhm.
So I started doing builder gel. So I didn't know there was a difference between gels. So I started doing builder gel, and basically it's similar to shellac, but it's like a hard gel. Shellac you can peel off, like if you're
Mhm.
trying to remove it, eventually you can just peel it off. You're gonna take a layer of your nail with it, so don't do that. But the
LOL.
builder gel is hard. I don't know if you
Mhm.
could hear that. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I took it off not too long ago, and my nails underneath were still firm. They were not paper thin.
Interesting.
My Yes, and you can get whatever design you want. The only thing with the builder gel is you can't really build it out to a length that's longer than your nails. But that's fine for me because when I get fake nails, I want them the length of my normal nails because I have a
Are
long
they
nail bed and they look
are
long
you
anyway.
I'm sorry. I think you're lagging, which is I'm not trying to cut you off. I think
So
there's a lag. That's why I keep sounding like I'm cutting you off for the people in the back that got something to say. But I was going to ask, is that
she can cut me
shellac?
off if she wants to. Cut
Is
me
that
off,
shellac
Elise.
on top of the gel?
I don't think
Or is the
so.
gel colored?
The gel, I think it's colored. Like, I don't
Oh,
yeah, there's different colors of the gel.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
really
think I
like
know what
it.
you're talking about. I
Yeah.
think I got Gel X and she put Builder Gel on top of the Gel X to make it something.
Ah,
But
yes,
it looked like nail polish, but it was super thick. And I was like, why is that nail
exactly.
polish so thick?
Yeah, so I think that's what makes it hard.
Oh,
But
okay.
I know some of y'all are like, why don't you just paint your nails? Because nail polish doesn't last. Literally, it be
It
smeared by the
chips.
time I walk out. That is the biggest waste of money. But for my girlies who like a more natural look, or if you got long nail beds and you don't need a lot of length because your fingers are skeletron, whatever you want to call it, nails,
I'm about to flip this
then
microphone.
try the builder gel. It really did keep my nails strengthened. They didn't really break. I like it. So I think I'm gonna hop on the builder gel train for my girlies that are interested in that. Or if you work somewhere where you're not really supposed to have nails, this could pass as polish. So try it. That's my wellness
Hey,
way. That's all I got.
I love that. I saw a TikTok the other day and they were really pushing Builder Gel, but I thought Builder Gel was the gel that they put under the Gel X. So I learned something new completely today.
Oh,
That's completely different
it might be
gels.
though. No?
No, yeah, no, it's not, because this Gel X gel is much thicker than that builder gel that I remember
Oh, that
seeing.
is true. You're
Yeah, and it's
right, because 'cause I've
clear.
done gel-X, so I should know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it.
Nice.
So, you know what? Nails can really elevate your look because when my nails are not done, I'm just like, "Meh, who am I?" But when my nails are done,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, girl, I see you."
Period. I love a nail. I
Yeah,
have been known for being the girl that keeps her nails done. I from
that is
like high
Elise.
school, the
I've
nails were
never
done,
seen Elise without her nails done. Like,
and
I
you
don't
won't.
even know you. I saw a
You
picture of Elise
won't.
from Facebook. How many years ago was that?
Oh,
That
I think
picture
I
I
was
sent
in.
you?
I might have been in college because my hair was. Oh, I was out of college. My hair was
Oh, you
long,
were
natural.
young. You didn't have nails on.
Yeah, I had a rough couple of years these past years. My last couple of years have aged me. But my hair was long and natural, so that lets me know that it had to have been like my fourth or third year of college.
Lord help
There
us.
was it the one with the white tank top on
I
with the
think you had
red
like
hair.
red hair.
Yeah, my hair was like here curly, so it had to have
Yeah.
been like my junior or senior year, and I
Elise
looked
was
like a
holding her
baby,
phone and she had her real nails, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
and it
that's what
messed up the whole
you look
outfit.
like."
Messed up the whole outfit. I would have ate in that picture if my nails were done, because she wasn't nothing to play with back in the day.
And still not. Okay, don't play with her. Anyway, this conversation,
I'm
everything already
crying.
goes unhinged. We start out good and then it just
Let me tell you,
pray for
the
us.
rebrand, if we ever need to rebrand, when we start getting all these sponsors and all of this money flowing into our bank
Yes,
accounts,
when it
we are
happens.
going to have to put unhinged somewhere in our title, because the people need to know it's
The
unhinged.
Sister
All
Series
right.
Unhinged podcast.
Literally that. Literally that. Moving along to the feed frenzy. I got something real quick today, and I really, really hope you've seen it, Mariah, because I think it is hilarious. I always think they're hilarious, but this one is even more hilarious than the other hilarious. And this one
Period.
is
Lay it on
on
me.
TikTok. On TikTok. You know how when people are smoking like a cig, they're like, just something to take the edge off. Just a little something. Just a little something to take the edge off. Right? Right?
Is that how it
On
is?
I wouldn't know. But on TikTok, the people are not holding any smokes. They're holding nothing but cakes. They're like, hold on. They're like with their slice of pizza. Like, just a little something to take the edge off. Just a little something. And then the kicker one is they are going to the TJ Maxx, and the column on the outside, they're like, just a little something to take the edge off. And then it'll pan out to TJ Maxx. Can you imagine someone has a whole rib in their hand and they're like, just a little something to take the edge off. Just a little something. Just a little something. It is a trend on TikTok right now, and it is so funny to me. People got like, how did you even fit that in your finger? Like, how did you even hold a
Not
rib?
imagine.
And then somebody had an egg roll, and they ashed it like a cigar. They were like, just a little something to take the edge off. Why are people so funny? Why are people so funny?
Oh my gosh. I'm
Why?
unwell. I'm hitting everything.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
put a clip.
literally
If I can find a
crying.
clip, a clip is gonna have to be inserted, because especially the egg roll one, because typically they're like hanging their hand out their car window, like when you smoke. And he had an egg roll. I was like, what is happening? He said, and he ashed the egg roll. He
Did
said,
something
tap
fall?
tap. Oh no! It was so funny to me, and
Oh
so I've
my
been
god.
cackling.
What
I've
did
been
he
in my
look
bed
like?
just like, you don't know, because all you see is their hand, Mariah. Out.
What
Well,
color
I
was
think he
his
was
hand?
black. I think he was black, but it's you. All you see is their hand hanging out the window with a whole nothing but cake in
Oh,
it, or a whole. The rib is the one that got me addicted, because why did you think to put that rib in your fingers and say just something to take the edge off?
oh
Why did
my
you think
gosh.
that?
Oh,
So I
I
need
think
y'all
I
to go. I
could
need
do something to
somebody to
take
do
the
this
edge off.
trend. Yes. I need someone to do this trend immediately so I can laugh. some more because the people are killing it on the TikToks and I want to
Oh,
laugh.
who
So
comes
yeah,
up with this stuff? Like, who starts the first one?
exactly. And how are y'all so funny? How did you even think about that?
Oh my
But it
gosh.
has given me many of laughs in the middle of the night. So
Y'all know what else is funny? I don't mean to, it's not as funny as this. Well, sometimes the comment section. If you do not read the comment section, please, especially on anything that has to do with President Trump, y'all,
LOL.
the people are funny. I can't remember what was posted about this, but this had me cackling in like the wee hours of the morning. I don't remember what it was. It was about him and somebody wrote, "Oh, I thought a crackhead said something." Like, why would
Oh,
you say that?
oh! I thought a
Because
24-time felon said something. Oh,
because now
oh.
I be thinking that about random stuff. Like, you know what? I'm sorry. Just if you ever need to pick me up, go read the comment section. The people do not disappoint. You will be
Yeah,
like, how did you come up with that in your mind and what possessed you to write that?
people are funny. People like,
They
how
are.
are y'all so funny out here? They
Because you
just come
gotta
up with
laugh
the
to keep from
craziest
crying.
stuff. Literally that.
Mhm.
That's the truest thing we done
They
said
said
today.
it stems from trauma.
Yes. The truest thing we've said today. I love that. Well, yeah, that's
Amen.
my feed frenzy. I saw it. I was like immediately taking it to the pod immediately because it's
Yes.
hilarious.
I
And
listen,
whoever,
I love your feed frenzies because usually I see it after you say it. That's how I know these little electronic devices, they like
listening,
whatever. Yeah, they listening.
mm-hmm,
So I'm gonna see it
mm-hmm.
today and I hope I see the rib. I wonder if I can do it with some pizza.
I was like, I need you to do
How
one.
can
I
you
was about to
hold
say, I
it?
need you hold this. And what would be hilarious is that slice dangling out of your two fingers.
Yeah, my
I
skeleton
am
fingers.
going to cry in the pod right now. Sometimes, sometimes we rock it.
And
And
other
what?
days we get rocked. Can you imagine getting rocked by somebody with skeleton fingers? Please.
I'm gonna, you know what, Mariah? Some people love those long, some people, as in myself, wish they had long nail beds. Are you saying you have long nail beds and long fingers?
Yes.
I want the only reason I don't wear short nails is because I have nubby nail beds. If I had a long, lengthy nail bed, I would never wear a long, fake nail.
Now
Grr.
people are gonna be like obsessively looking at our hands. Like, let me see.
Yes.
Let me see.
This is what they gonna see. Bop. No, just kidding.
Or
Look
this
long
side.
enough, you gonna be. Yeah. I'm dead. All right.
All
Follow
right.
us on socials,
Mhm.
y'all. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We post our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. We appreciate all of your reviews, your comments, and anything that you'd like to add to us. And you know what we haven't talked about, Mariah? Listener
Listener
letters.
letters.
We don't ever
Because
talk
why
about
y'all
that
ain't
anymore.
send us nothing? The people not sending them. Mhm. Listen, send us anything. Send us unhinged things, send us sentimental things, funny things, whatever you wanna send us.
My dad just called me and I'm like, is there an emergency? Well, I thought you get a on do not disturb, they can't call. Oh, he must have called me
Did he call
twice.
twice? That mean oh, okay, bye.
Huh?
Love you, bye.
Okay, bye, toodles.
Thank you so much for watching our podcast. This episode and every episode is produced by Elise and Mariah.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube where you can watch our full episode at the Sister Series Podcast.
Also, follow us on socials, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Sister Series Podcast.
See you next time.